Hi guys, welcome back to Graceful Beauty. My name is Sherry and today I wanted to share with you a little spring inspired makeup look video. I wasn't going to film this, I was actually just going to get ready real quick, film something else, but I thought, well, you guys have asked me to do like a spring makeup look, so I thought, okay, well, I'll just turn the cameras on and film while I'm getting ready. So if you would like to get ready with me, grab some makeup, maybe a cup of coffee, and let's get started. I've already applied all of my morning skincare and then I also applied my sunscreen. Lately I've been applying two different sunscreens, so I put my Skin Medica Essential Defense. This is an all mineral sunscreen. I put this all over my face except for on my T-zone, and then on my T-zone I use my Australian Gold sunscreen. This is an SPF 50 and I absolutely love this sunscreen, but I don't think it's good for somebody with super dry skin. I think it's best for like normal to oily skin. And then underneath my eyes I applied my Colorescience 3-in-1 Total Eye. This is something I share with you guys pretty often. I buy these pretty often. These are extras that I have. I've used this ever since it came out. I've used the Colorescience Brush On Sunscreen for probably 7-8 years. I don't know. I love a lot of their products. This is such a great product, and the reason I go through it so often is because I don't just use it in the morning. I keep one in my purse and I use this throughout the day to keep touching up my sunscreen underneath my eyes. And it's not just a sunscreen. It comes with this nice little cooling tip, but it's called 3-in-1 because it's an under eye, it's your eye cream, your moisturizer, but it's also your sunscreen, and it's all mineral, so I don't get any burning from using it. But it's also an under eye concealer or a brightener. You can put it on with this cooling tip, or I usually just like to squirt some on my finger and then just pat it in. Now I've already applied it, and you can see the bags that I have under my eyes today, so it just kind of helps to brighten it and bounce that light off of it to make it not look so, you know, puffy and dark. I'll just put a little more on and show you what it looks like. See how it has like this nice little light orangey peachy tint to it, but it's nice and sheer, and I can get it right all the way up underneath my eyes. Now I have like 2 coats of it on now since I just put some on a little bit ago. But it doesn't get cakey or anything. It's just super hydrating under my eyes, and you see how it just kind of brightens things up a little bit. And then if I'm out and about, I can just keep touching up my sunscreen with this. You know how midday your eyes just start to kind of feel dry and blah, and you know, the dark circles start shining through? I will just pop this on even over top of my makeup because it's such a sheer consistency, and it just meshes with my makeup, and I just pat it in, and now my under eyes are brighter, they're hydrated, and of course I'm protected from the sun. Since I'm sharing the Colorescience 3-in-1 Total Eye that I just applied, I wanted to show you guys this product that I was sent. This is their kit that has the 3-in-1 Total Eye right here. Then it also has eye patches, and then it also has one of their new products, their Total Eye Concentrate. This Total Eye Concentrate looks like this, and you unscrew the cap and it's like a little roller ball, and you just put this on under your eyes. You can even put it underneath the brow bone and just pat it all in, but you use this in the evening, and it just really is like a watery texture with just a little bit of slip to it. It's not oily or anything. It soaks in. It's extremely hydrating for the under eyes. It has, I think, peptides, algin. It has some really good ingredients in it. And after you apply the Total Eye Concentrate, you just pat it in, and then you're supposed to apply the eye masks. And you really should just leave these on like 10 minutes or so. I like to leave them on like 30 minutes. But these are the ones, I actually used these this morning. Now you can use the masks at night, but I like to use them in the morning, especially when my under eyes are puffy and need extra hydration. But this is what they look like, just your standard eye masks. But what is so cool is when you put them on, they're extremely cooling. Like, it just feels so good. You could even keep these in the refrigerator to make them, you know, even more cold when you put them under your eyes. I love these masks because when I take them off, the area where they were, it's like, I mean, I don't even know if you can see the glow that I have from using these today. These are really good for hydration and of course for puffiness, but especially if you have dark circles, these are supposed to be really good for that. I don't necessarily have dark circles, but I do get the puffiness underneath my eyes and kind of the dry, crepey skin. And these little masks right here, these are perfect for that. Let me just tell you how I got this product. I actually got this for free. I did not have to pay for this. This was gifted to me from Colorescience. You know, a lot of times we get things in PR, people just send us things, and although I'm extremely grateful and thankful that people are willing to send me some things to try out, a lot of times I'm just underwhelmed because, you know, the companies are just sending you things that they would like for you to try. Well, I actually got to pick this product out, and how that happened is through a website called Octoly. If you're a YouTube creator or you're on Instagram, or maybe you're somebody watching and you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel or something like that, this is something that you might really be interested in. What Octoly is, it's a website. You can go to their site and look at what it is, but you have to get approved to be a member of their site. Now, I actually got denied a couple times because when they looked at my channel, they were like, yeah, your channel's so new, you have no subscribers. Give it some more time and then we'll reconsider. Well, a few months back, I'd finally gotten accepted, and what it is they give you 5 shopping credits. Now, it's not money that you have to spend out of your own pocket. What it is you get to choose 5 different things. Each time you choose one and you do the review within 30 days, they give you back that shopping credit. The nice thing about Octoly is they're not saying, if you don't give us a positive review, you don't get your credit back. You can do a negative or a positive review. They just want you to do the review since you received the product for a review. So thank you, Colorescience and Octoly, for allowing me to try this out. Absolutely love this. For my foundation, I'm going to use this one that I don't use that often. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have the shade Tawny. It's a little too dark for me now, but it works good in the summer, but we're going to use it. And then what I'm going to do is mix it with my Australian Gold sunscreen. The older I'm getting, I realize when I have thick, cakey makeup on, I mean, really any age, but I just don't like that look. And even though I have things to cover, I have hyperpigmentation, acne, scarring, you know, my melasma, I do want to cover up my imperfections, but I just don't want it to look like a thick layer of makeup. So I'm just going to do 1 pump of this. And I got the pump for it on Amazon, by the way. It doesn't come with it. And then I do about this much of the sunscreen, and then I'm just gonna mix them together on the back of my hand, and then this will be my palette basically that I'm gonna work off of. So I don't even have my ring light on. I'm sitting right in front of it, but I have it completely turned off. But I figured since I'm sitting next to the window and the sun's not really out, it's just a very bright cloudy day, I figured I would just use sunlight, and then I just have this little lamp on behind me. The shade I'm using is Tawny, and normally it's too dark for me on its own, but when I mix it with this sunscreen, it just seems to work. So you can still see imperfections peeking through, but I'm just kind of evening out the skin tone. Just gonna put a little bit extra where I want a little more coverage. I still have some left on the back of my hand, but I'm just gonna wipe that off. For under my eyes, I'm going to use my Revlon Candid. I'm using the shade Light. I have light medium too, but I don't feel like getting it. This one's probably a little too light for under my eyes. And I just bring it underneath where these eye bags are. Just gonna add a little bit of this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. You don't have to go and buy this. I just wanted to try it since everybody talked about it. I think from what I'm hearing there is a dupe for this by Milani. I'll link it down below. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm gonna get it and try it out and see. But I just like to put a little bit of this down my nose, and then sometimes I like to put some right here just to kind of highlight that. And I won't use a separate highlighter. This is all I'll use just to have that nice natural glow. And it's a very subtle glow. Under eye powder, I'm going to use this one by Well People. It's spelled W3LL People. Love this. I use this all the time. I bought multiples of them, and I just dip my favorite blending sponge. This is the Sigma 3D HD. I finally bought another one. It's a little dirty, but that's okay. And I just dip it in, kind of tap off the excess, and then I look in this little zoom in mirror first just to make sure there's no creasing going on before I set that. I don't want to set the wrinkles, and then I just kind of set it right here. And I don't really bring it all the way here. Sometimes I do, but I want to keep this part looking highlighted. So I just kind of really set my foundation in the areas where I just don't want the shine. I'm going to use my favorite blush, my Milani. This is the Delicioso Pink. A lot of times I top this over any other blush I'm wearing, but today we're just going to use it on its own. Just like a nice pretty pink, bright pink. I'm just going to put a little bit of bronzer on. I'm not trying to have like a sun-kissed look or anything, but just to maybe not make my forehead look so big. Get these hairs out of the way. I need to put some of my City Lips on. This is one of the old ones before they came out with new packaging. Just want to put a little bit on so that my lips will kind of plump up a little bit and they'll be hydrated. I'm going to prime my eyelids, and I'll link products down below. I feel like the video is so long when I just keep sharing each product. If there's something that you're interested in, just look down below where it says show more, and in the description box I'll link every product that I am actually using if you're interested in any of them. I'm just going to take a Q-tip and I want to get off any of this foundation that I've got in my eyebrows. For my brows, I'm going to use this one by Sigma. This is their Fill and Blend Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Dark. I really like this. This was one of the things that were sent to me in that Sigma PR package. I mean, look how thin this is. I really, really like it. You can just do like little hair strokes with this. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to use this cute little palette by Wet n Wild. I've used this in another video before, but I really like this. I'm just going to use a little bit more of this shade just to blend this so it's not such kind of like a harsh wing. Other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take just a smidgy of the same blush that I put on my cheeks, and I just tap my brush in it lightly and tap off any excess, and then I just want to do a little light wash of this pink on my eyes as well, right kind of in the crease, and then just lightly bring it down on the eyelid. Just kind of helps brighten it up, and then it brings the look of the same color that you have on your cheeks. I feel like it kind of just brings the look together. Now for my eyelid, I want to always put like a little bit lighter color here just to brighten it up. And lately what I've been using is this one by Essence. This is their highlighter. I use this on my face, but what I've been doing is using this on my eyelid. This cute little Wet n Wild palette, it actually has a color that you, oh, I think I broke it. It actually has this really pretty like lilac color. Let me see if you can see this. And you could put that on your lid and that would look really pretty, but that's not the look I'm going for today. And I just rub my finger in it and then I just press it on my eyelid. And then I just kind of blend it in. I just use my finger to blend everything. And then I just take the same brush and I just kind of, oh, what did I get here underneath my brow? And then I only brought this dark shade that I used for eyeliner. I only brought it and stopped like right here. And then for the eyeliner right here, I'm actually going to use this super light lavender shade right underneath the lower lash line. And this way you get a hint of that pretty lilac purple color. And then this pretty white shimmer shade, I'm just going to put a little of that on the inner corner, just a little bit, just to brighten it all up. I can't find my Maybelline eyeliner that I want to use on the inner waterline of my eye, so I'm going to use this one by Marc Jacobs. And it just helps, you know, like when you're tired. But this was not the shade I was wanting to use. I was wanting to use this one that had like a peachy shimmer to it. And it really just looks like my skin color, but it brightens up the waterline. And then I don't always curl my lashes. I'm not even going to use a separate eyeliner. I just use the eyeshadow for that. I'll curl my lashes today, even though I don't always do it. And then I'm going to put a couple coats of this Charlotte Tilbury mascara on. I do really like this mascara. It's so expensive for a mascara, but they just look long and wispy with this. And then I did get some mascara all over my lids. That's the one thing I noticed since my lashes, when they get longer, I'm a mess putting on my mascara. I mean, you can put things there to block it, but I just wait till it's totally dry, then take a Q-tip and it literally comes right off. Before I do my lips, I'm actually going to fix this real quick. I'm just gonna use, you can use any concealer. I'm just using this one by Josie Maran. Let's blend that. I don't know if you can see how that just kind of lifts that up a little bit. And then you can either take your eyeshadow brush, or I'm just gonna use my finger and then just kind of blend that a little bit, so I don't want it to look like a harsh line. For my lips, I'm gonna show you the color combination that I've been using. You can use any lip liner. I just grabbed this one. Oh, that's nice. This is why I don't like the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. See how they do this? And they come all the way out. That drives me nuts. But anyways, this is the liner I'm gonna use. So just and then sometimes I'll just kind of take my finger and then blend that out so it's not like a harsh lip line. So the lip combination that I've been using that I think is pretty for spring, and it's actually one that every time I've been wearing this, my husband will stop and look over and he'll take a double take and say, "Ooh, your lips look so pretty." So he only says that about one other lip product that I use. It's like a lip stain, but lately he keeps saying it when I use this combination. So I'm using this one by City Lips. I think this one's called Petal Pink. Yeah, this is called Petal Pink. This is one of my favorites. This is their opaque lip gloss. It's not sheer. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on, blot it, and then I'm gonna put a pop of one of my Milani Lip Plumpers on over top of it, only because I like the combination, the way it looks. This one is not what it looks like. I have mixed this inside this to try to see if I could make my own concoction. This one's called Moonlight. I love it. It's like an iridescent, see, right here is what the product really looks like, the white on the end, but it's like iridescent pinky purple, so it looks real pretty if you put it over even like a corally lipstick. It just gives it a different shift. This is kind of, let me close the window. This is kind of, oh, I don't want to put it over the brow product. This is kind of what it looks like, if you can see that. So I'm going to put a layer of this on. You see how opaque this color is? I mean, this has really good color payoff. Now you could leave it like this and be totally finished with the look, but I'm actually going to blot it. And a lot of times I'll just kind of blot it and leave it like this, but I want to show you what it looks like with this over top. I just think it looks so pretty. And then for that extra sunscreen, even though I do have a lot of sunscreen on today, but you really can't tell. I'm going to get super close in a second. Then I'll put a light dusting of my Paula's Choice. This is the brush-on sunscreen that I love because this is in a magnetic top, so you can wash this brush. And this brush is so ridiculously soft. Okay, like I do in all my videos, just want to get super close really quick, and so you can still see, you know, some of my imperfections peeking through, but this is the eyeshadow look. It's kind of like a pinky purple, and the lipstick. And I will normally blot this a little bit more, because even though I like the shine, I don't want it to be super, super shiny. And that's it for my kind of glowy pinky purple spring makeup look. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.